this is our first stop on the Yellowstone trip. Which, it's, well, a prison. That's literally the first stop. But I'm recording this over, like, a time span of, like, a week. And I'm gonna drive all the way back. No. Fun. So, what is your first impression of the prison so far?
Cool, I guess. I mean, I thought we were actually going to sleep in cells with our tent mates when I first heard of it.
Yeah, but then we'll get the actual experience.
I mean, yeah, I thought that you were going to like kind of learn what living as a prisoner was like.
My chaperones are in the middle, so
Sorry,
if you want to
Yeah. So I'll record again when it's about 9ish. In a few hours. See if we. It's actually told that this prison is haunted. So I could stay up till about 9 and then see if we could see some actual ghosts.
That would be cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of them is like Nabstable from Undertale. Hopefully we get a ghost of that nature.
Do you think you could spread some knowledge about this haunted prison?
It's been around for quite a long time. There's a lot of famous Idaho, Montana inmates, well, mostly Montana inmates that were kept here. Lots of really bad people, murderers, rapists, everybody really, kind of, whatever.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of, really. It's been about a year since I've been here last, so I can't remember exactly all that goes on, but we'll see tonight what goes on.
Alright. I wonder why my flashlight's on, actually. Well, anyways, this is a K2, and we're going into this right over here, and we're gonna see if we can find some ghosts. Currently going to the YMCA. Hey, that is in Montana, which is kind of exciting.
Well, unless you're sick.
Because I don't know my YMCA membership on my keys, which will now get, which is right here. Don't know if this will work, but we have the school. We're gonna sleep over there tonight. The Montana school. And then it should be good. Just got back from the YMCA and gained a little confidence because there's like this rope thing over there. And, well, I was actually able to do it correctly, which is normally not what happens. I normally fall off instantly, but I at least had the ability to swing correctly. Hello, this is Josephine. She's been making the thumbnails for my videos recently, Hey, make sure to subscribe to her channel. It's in the link down below. So, Josephine, what do you think of the trip so far?
Well, the hike really hurt, and so my legs are really sore. The swimming was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it like permanently damaged my skin. And I basically enjoyed everything so far. Everything's been kind of great. My favorite part has been the bus ride because I just want to hang out and stuff and sleep. So.
We are back. Hey, well, we're over at a temporary base. Apparently, we're supposed to reach Yellowstone by tomorrow. So, meaning this is the end of the day recording. And I'm sorry if some moments didn't, well, capture the audio. Must be like a ghost in my device. But, still. This is gonna be the final video of today. I'm gonna edit it. And it's the end of day 2. So we're over here at the Berkeley pit. This is the first stop of day 3. Hey, apparently they did some mining here, and the water here is actually extremely poisonous. We're going into the Berkeley pit. You gotta be very careful. Alright, let's do this.
Hello and welcome to the Berkeley Pit viewing stand. Mining began in Butte in 1864, and by the turn of the century, the copper produced from this hill, called the richest hill on earth, not only electrified America, but also financed the Industrial Revolution. By the 1950s, millions of pounds of ore had been extracted from the Butte Hill. By then, however, the Anaconda Company determined that conventional mining techniques were no longer a cost-effective way of extracting ore. The richest veins of ore were located in the area where the Berkeley pit now sits. Plans to enlarge the open pit along Butte's east side surfaced in 1952. That decision would affect several historic neighborhoods, including Meaderville, McQueen, and Dublin Gulch. They were all swallowed up by mining expansion. And while painful, most folks realized that Butte's economic stability relied on mining. It was a simple fact. If the pit did not produce, it would cost every miner's family their livelihood. Digging in the open pit began in 1954, and 1 year later, the first load of ore was shipped to the nearby town of Anaconda for smelting. In 1963, the Anaconda Company completed construction on a multi-million-dollar facility to concentrate nearly 45,000 tons of ore each day. This concentrator can be seen to the east of the viewing stand. The pit grew to become not only the largest truck-operated open-pit mine in the United States, but also the richest copper mine. Approximately 1.4 billion tons of ore were extracted from the Berkeley pit. In 1977, the Atlantic Richfield Company purchased the pit along with several other mining operations from the Anaconda Company. By 1982, the price of copper had fallen so much that the Berkeley pit was shut down. On April 20th, 1983, the decision was made to turn off the pumps that were diverting water from the pit and other underground mine shafts. That water would preserve the mine for future use, conserve costly electricity, and prevent the pit walls from caving in. The year 1986 was the start of a new era of mining in Butte, Montana. Montana Resources Incorporated has been mining copper and several other minerals from the Continental Pit located to the east of the viewing stand. If you look closely, you can see the operation going on right now. The Berkeley pit is more than 7,000 feet long, 5,600 feet wide, and more than 1,800 feet deep. According to a 1994 record of decision set by state and national environmental agencies, the pit water is safely below the bedrock level and will be safely treated before it ever reaches that point. The most recent data confirms what is called the critical water level, sometime near the year 2023. It's hard to imagine, but Butte's mining workforce was able to weather yet another storm at the beginning of the 21st century. A sudden spike in energy prices and low copper prices on the world market forced a mine closure from the year 2000 to 2003. During the shutdown, Montana Resources partnered with the Atlantic Richfield Company to build a multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art water treatment facility. If you look to the northeast, you will see two green-colored silos. This is the Horseshoe Bend Water Treatment Plant. It is a two-stage lime treatment structure using the latest technology to treat the pit surface water and use it in mining operations. Right now, Montana Resources is mining copper from the pit, pumping out about 13 million gallons of pit water a day, or about 10,000 gallons a minute. To learn more about the Berkeley pit or about the cleanup process, be sure to read the informational signs located here in the viewing stand.
Are your guys' trip, or like, what's your opinion so far on the trip?
It's good.
Anything else, like, what you like about the trip so far?
It's a lot of hiking and being outside.
It is a lot of hiking, but when we get to the top of the hike, what we see is actually kind of worth it.
Nice. I could say this is it's almost like a sword that I want to own myself. So if I read here, this is the sword of General Halberd. It says it's the most powerful blade of the valiant Mongolian warrior, shows cuts and dents from battle. Oh, the character, her longest sword means long life, presumably for the wielder of the weapon. Well, I don't see any words, but it sure looks nice. That thing just says the bow. Very creative name there, totally. Now, what? This is like a pretty long bow. I would never be able to hold this thing. Not really. It seems like we also got a spear and, well, what looks like a spear and the thing in the middle. I have no idea what it is. Then we also had some arrows. Very interesting. Seems like they would hit their target. This is supposed to be, apparently this is supposed to be like their own little tiles, like dominoes they used to make. And whatever this is, it says ankle bones game or Shaga set. Don't know how to say it correctly. And over here, it seems like they have their money system, the Fox coins. Hope I'm saying that correctly. And then we got over here, which used to be probably their. Oh, this is a bronze dragon comb. That style. Actually heard about this armor. This is called chainmail armor. The thing is, they're very vulnerable to arrows, but they're good against like a sword fight. But arrows could like just cut through this thing. Because look how many holes there are. There's just lots of them. Except for like the middle part. It's like the only real protected area. Do you want to say anything about this, Miss Becky?
13th and 14th century. I have poor camera quality. That's all I have to say. I have to send that one to Mr. Big.
Maybe this is like the inspiration for Minecraft chainmail armor, meaning Reason why you can't make it with like iron bars. So we got here. It looks like some sort of ancient tablet. Let's read what's over here. So it says over here, this is monument right here. It's known as the Genghis Khan stone. Pretty interesting. I bet you all know I'm not really that much into ancient history, but it's interesting. Oh, geez. I don't want my lights on. This. This is an old-fashioned crossbow. This is what they used to, like, well, before crossbows existed, they had these. They were seen to be way better than catapults. It's way well designed. Let's just hope this never gets fired. See what their house used to look like. It's pretty interesting. Way better swords. They don't even look like they've been rusted at all. You can see the shine. You completely see the shine. It looks almost new.
No, it's preserved.
It's nice. These just look really nice. Just really nice swords right here. Oh, Miss Becky, what's your opinion on like swords and stuff?
They're totally awesome.
Yeah.
This one, did you see this one? Tyson.
An Italian broadsword. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bigger because it's a broadsword.
It's Italian but found in China.
Interesting. Maybe it's actually a Chinese sword. Alright. Then we got this other one. The double-edged straight sword with scabbard. Seems well, actually it just looks good. Now I have my own opinion on weapons. I'd rather fight with a sword than a gun, because swords are more of a fair fight. Just saying. Alright.
Ancient glass.
Yes, ancient glass.
It's not. It's only.
This.
It's a cart.
Yes, it's a mine cart.
No, it's an ore cart.
Oh,
It's a car. Vroom, vroom.
it's an ore cart.
Do you guys want to go see the Mongolian dance?
Yeah. So, when it comes to like over here, there, like there's a mine cart here. Supposedly, it holds ore. At first, I thought this was like what people traveled in. It's very interesting. It seems like we have a giant. That this is like the these are like the bones of dinosaurs. I gotta say it's the skeleton exhibit or dinosaur exhibit. It's very interesting. It seems like they had to replace some parts to make, well, these things actually work. So, oh, okay. I don't know what this used to be. It seems like it's part of that Triceratops that's just over there.
So see all the signs here? That tells you everything that you need to know. But be careful because there are other people trying to read the signs too. Okay.
I just don't want to come. Seems like to be their evolutionary stages or like how they grew up. And this tiny one. It's like first developing. Interesting. And this looks like it used to be tail. Yep, it's tail of a T-Rex. Apparently, this is supposed to be the skull of an Ankylosaurus. It's I do not know how to describe this. It's supposed to be commentary, but it looks like his head's just made more for just crushing rocks. That's what it looks like.
Can you see his name?
Yeah, the Ankylosaurus.
Juvenile, adult, oh my.
They look like modern day armadillos, just larger is supposed to be. And we got, as the T-Rex ages, his head grows massive, and it still has only one instinct, is to hunt prey, ripping them shred by shred. I like this design of dinosaur. It seems like it's quick and easy to hunt things.
Quick and easy?
Yes.
That is very fast and very dangerous.
Yes, it is. It's supposed to be quick and easy to hunt things. They're made to be predators,
No.
not prey.
License plate in the what?
I didn't know they had pants that look like this. This back in the day. Or even a burger. Like, seriously?
Cards, modern glasses,
Okay, I just think
Passports, forks.
this is definitely not a part.
We didn't wear pants before Genghis Khan, guys. Looking at disappointment to the world.
hey guys, me when I look at the
Kind of getting into the little bit more modern section. So let's see what's here. What all this stuff is for. So let's go over here. This looks like a beta version of a CD player. Like a very beta version. Tyson, may I come over here? Okay. So, what do you have to say about this so far?
It's pretty cool. I don't really know what to say.
it's this thing.
Alright.
Let's go.
They were drawn by fast.
Very interesting. Oh, it landed on 3 again. Hi.
See, it starts here. See how this is my dream.
If this is entirely possible, we can make an infinite source of energy, technically. If we can make something that loops around like this. If it like infinitely loops. Not knowing if that was actually possible. But currently it's using more electricity. Now, what is this?
So you see how it goes with that?
Yep.
See, look at, see, Precambrian ocean forms. See, it's a timeline.
Alright. I want to say a fun fact.
A fun fact. Well, why don't we look at this fun fact of the early Paleolithic globe? Paleozoic globe. 450 million years ago, this is what the Earth looked like. Does it have a little thing to tell us where we are? Can you find yourself?
Early Paleozoic.
We'll be a few degrees north of the equator. Under here. Underwater. That's why we have all these fossils in Montana that are ocean creatures, because this used to be under an ocean. That's a pretty fun fact.
Raising carbon dioxide. Oh, air. Oxygen.
Alright, seems like we have just gone out of the main exhibits. We are walking to some sort of dance thing. Forgot what's it called. I think it's the Mongolian dance. Anyways, let's go.
Our first performance is Tumurkish horn instrument and the Huntov instrument. This is one of the most ancient music instruments of Mongolia. The sound is like Western Mongolian mountains and nature, performed by Solom Kamayk. Our second performance is Huretsam 108 Buddhist temple dance, originally performed 1811 through 1937 in Mongolia each year, but unfortunately destroyed by the Soviet Union. The masks dance was recreated after 70 years, and you can see variety of masks in the Ingsan exhibition. Dance performed by Otonsorun Etlish. Our third performance of Toronihe on the electric instrument performed by Solon Kamek. In the 13th century, this instrument was used in the 500-person orchestra in the Hans Palace. Please enjoy.